Hi guys, I'm Nick.
And I'm Eli.
I'm Mano.
And we are
Nothing of Note.
Today we're watching
The Legend
of
Vox Machina.
Episode 5.
Season 2, Episode 5. I don't know what this one's called, but
Me neither.
I'm excited.
I am too. I really enjoyed the last episode and can't wait to watch this one. See what's going to happen with Vax and with Percy and Vax and
We got
Vax is going to be after she died. I mean, that's going to change it, right?
We got a little bit of Ripley at the end.
Yeah, walking away
Scrying
from
on him
yeah.
with a mechanical hand. We didn't talk about that at the end of the last episode.
Nope. Yeah, so let's get into it.
Let's roll.
Let's roll that video.
Roll the video.
It's a 4.
Dang it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is that Keith's mom?
I think so. We're getting more flashbacks.
Up, never pull back.
Stupid kids.
Nope.
See? Flame cannot live without air, and we are air Ashari, are we not? We were made to pass through fire.
It doesn't hurt you?
Only if you let it.
Oh, the threads.
I didn't even think about the threads. That's a good call. Makes sense.
I've been thinking about it the whole time, but I didn't want to mention it till we saw them.
Well, the point where they go out, it's like they spread out to the vestiges. In that moment. 'Cause we saw that when the Sphinx was talking about it, where it went across the land. So
One thing
I kind of put it together a little bit.
One thing I am excited about is I can't remember what all the vestiges are. I remember Grog getting one, but I don't remember I remember that one, and I remember Vax. But that's all I can remember.
Oh, I forgot about Grog, so I had to think about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
The only reason I thought was because we talked about it last episode. Not about it, but about.
We didn't?
No,
Oh.
Yeah, we talked about him fighting a fight.
Okay. Oh.
And he uses him in that fight.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm with you now. Oh.
Craven Edge? Yes.
Oh.
Good. You're there. I hunger. Yep, for blood. Look, so I love opening people up to feed you, right? I mean, they're flying apart. It's Lumpkin's dream.
Grog, are you talking to your dookie?
Yeah, just asserting my dominance. Can you play me a tune? You know, I don't want anyone hearing me go boom boom.
Sure, yeah. Poop accompaniment. It's what I've been training for my whole life.
You've done worse.
Yes, I wanted more of this.
Where was I?
Loud enough for you?
Yeah, that's good. So I kind of want to know, like, what's in this for you? All that matters is. Oh, sorry. I hunger always.
I love that he sighed.
I sympathize with that.
I want a full version of that song on iTunes. Stat.
Come on, damn it! Why won't you come off?
They really are playing it like a
Yeah.
cursed item.
Yeah.
Good thing you and me ain't Charles. We're on the fucking road. Sorry.
Be careful, big old.
Man, you could go after her if you had a flying broom.
All of Taldora is in danger. We can't detour every time we see someone in trouble. The rift to the fire plane was torn open.
That's impossible. It's been secure for generations.
It was a dragon. He laid waste to our people.
His arm.
You know what you fight fire with? Fire. Me.
Trinket, time to get to work.
Trinket, I choose you.
Word, please.
Say yes to that favor, It's all yours.
I just love me some blueberry pie!
What?
I'm very flammable!
Black powder.
This is it.
No, I can't do it.
Of course you can. You're as strong as your mother. Maybe even stronger.
You're making up a lot of assumptions, Dad. Uh-oh.
Damn it, it's lightning!
Oh no!
Oh, gosh.
I am Keyleth, an Arashari, like my mother before me.
Star Wars.
Keyleth, what are you doing?
I was made to pass through fire.
Oh, forgot about that. It's cool. Makes me happy every time. Oh, bro.
I can hear it.
Please. Yes. Bruh. That's right, we're showing him.
I thought
Fire elemental.
Okay, Dad.
What?
I said fire elemental
Yeah, that's what she just turned into. Fire elemental.
with antlers.
think you'll be needing this.
Well, I don't know if she will, actually. I think she'll be alright.
I couldn't have asked for better companions for my dear Keyleth.
Father gave his blessing.
Please take care of each other. Especially that one.
Haha.
Hey, you guys coming with? Charging into the fray like the good old days?
Plus, we gotta check on what happened to Singborn. Whole city just bugged out when the dragons showed up. Elves. Skittish bunch of bastards.
I mean, what was I gonna do? Let you die? Again?
Because I'm so mature now, I accept your terms. I hereby owe you one favor. Anything to be cashed in at a time of your choosing.
This is gonna be fun. Ah! Oh, come on! Oh. I hate that bear.
They've all
Are those
got
Goliaths? Those are Goliaths, right?
They do have hair.
This gold
That kind of upsets me a little bit.
for now.
A reign that will sadly be short-lived. Unless, that is, you care to hear what I have to say.
If you destroy everything, what are you going to rule over? Never understood that point. For any bad guys, not just this one.
Are they destroying it?
It's like the bad guy who like wants to destroy Earth in superhero movies. It's like, you live on Earth.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
This makes more sense than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say
Yeah.
that. But, I mean, I see what you're saying. Oh, by the way, Umbrasyl is played by Matt Mercer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Voragol is played by Liam O'Brien.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Oh.
yeah, I was like, two of the dragons are played by
Cool.
the main cast.
Don't they have? Is it the girl from? I can never remember her name, but that plays Rosa. Is it her name? From
Yes, from
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Two
Yeah.
voices. Not Keyleth. Kima, right?
Kima, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so. She's such a good voice.
You almost threw me off. I was like, I can't remember the name now because you started with one name.
Yeah. What'd you think?
More Keyleth backstory.
Yeah. I think her mom's evil.
All
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I got to add there.
right. No comment.
So her mom went on her Aramente.
I was never
Never
heard from
fire
her again at the
right,
fireplace.
was one of the last places she was seen.
Yeah.
And then now Keyleth is going in an Aramente.
Jeez.
Technically was already on it, but just
She was
wasn't
on
doing
it, but wasn't actually doing it.
Yeah.
So
Too scared.
yeah, which is interesting because in the campaign pre-stream she already did the Earth one, and then she just,
In this one, it's saying
and then this was her second one she did.
Right.
But this it's saying this was the first one she did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I again cool with that change. Like,
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Elias had hair.
Yeah, that's weird.
Kind of takes away from.
But
But-
that confused me even
yeah.
more because I saw an interview where Matt was talking to the people that were drawing Grog,
Yeah.
and I mean I understand that's because the whole belt thing, but like he was like, it looks great, but you got to take away the beard because he can't have the beard yet until he gets the
Right.
belt. But then
But,
these guys have hair.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was for the first season. I guess whenever they were doing the designs for them, they just didn't care anymore. But also, like, they didn't do it's really hard to grow the beard. They just
Yeah,
had to do the belt
yeah.
and grew the beard. So,
which that's one of those things.
Yeah, but
where
he was like real excited because like
He was,
he
yeah.
has.
yeah.
Grog
Yeah.
at least I don't think could grow hair. So at the very
Yeah,
least.
it is weird that they had the half giants grow hair, but
We have some more Goliaths though.
We do.
mhm.
The gray bastards.
So they apparently are working for Umbrasyl at Western, and then
Yeah.
Ripley's trying to get in with these guys.
Power recognizes power.
So you said that about like, I don't understand like if they destroy everything, then what are they ruling over? But like they're like decimating like the main like power system, and then having all the people bring them all the gold.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're just taking all the wealth and then like.
I mean that's what dragons do, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean,
So it's like,
how intelligent they
there's-
want to hoard.
Right, they
Yeah.
call them insects. There's still gonna be people that survive and like keep living.
They
on
wanna be
that
worshipped,
serve-
yeah, and-
So like, they're not destroying everyone. They're just the people who can fight. But and a lot of people who can't fight that they just destroyed anyways. You know.
It seems like Vax kind of after not helping Keyleth kind of snapped out of a little bit of his coldness.
Yeah.
Because he was kind of like really, really cold after all this was happening, and then he kind of had this moment, I think, where they were like, "Keith would drop anything for us, especially you," and he's like, I'm being a dick. Like, I kind of need to.
He's got a lot going on.
Yeah, but I think I like to see that he kind of got brought back a little bit.
Yeah.
Grog looked at Pike for just a second.
the Craven Edge toilet scene. I am so happy that.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, that was great.
I really want that full song on iTunes.
Yeah. That's definitely was one of my favorite moments. It was like Grog talking to Craven Edge on the toilet.
Yeah. I didn't notice it. I wasn't even sure if I heard it, and I was like, did Craven Edge like sigh at him? And then I saw the subtitles, and
Yeah.
like
He was
Yeah,
asking the right questions, just didn't push on him.
Right.
well, he did push.
Not really. He was.
I was like, he didn't get it.
He's
yeah.
like, "What do you get out of this?" And he's like, "I give you more power." And he was like, didn't question further on that. It's like, you're on the right path there with this line of questions.
And that's kind of what Grog did in the campaign a little bit, but he plays his character very well. He's a 7 intelligence, so
yeah.
he's not going to push, probably. He's gonna be like, oh, you gave me an answer to a question that I asked, so works for me. I thought it was interesting how they did the fire elementals that they didn't have blood.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was something that wasn't from the campaign, at least that I can remember. But maybe it was.
I mean, it would make sense that they
yeah.
weren't.
And they were
elementals.
Yeah.
Right. They were
Exactly.
tied to the fire plane, so whenever the rift closed, they got destroyed because they were tied to the plane.
Seeing Keyleth turn into a fire elemental was awesome, though.
Yeah. Which I think they homebrewed her druid to where she could be shaped into fire. Or maybe that's not.
No, that's not homebrew. You
Okay.
can do that.
Okay.
It's a
But
it's a higher levels
she,
though than
she played it where she had to do that Armente before she used any spells that use that type of damage. Any of the,
that part was
Yeah.
really cool.
So-
I love that they did that. Yeah, because she turned into an earth elemental for a long time.
right. That was like her
Yeah,
go-to.
that was her go-to. Yeah. It was really cool.
Or an
seeing it
air
turn into-
mill, she had to fly.
Yeah.
Speaking of flying, the broom.
The broom.
Yeah, came back.
Yeah.
I forgot what the word was, and then
Yeah.
he said it, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's all coming back.
Yeah. The broom has such an interesting story for the
I
campaign.
want to hear the story because it just kind of. It sounds like it would have been interesting.
So,
It sounds like, oh, it's a broom, and then everybody was like, yeah, whatever. And
Well-
then they find out, and it's like, I want it. No, I want it. I want it.
so a lot of these players, this was their first
Spoiler alert.
experience with.
If you don't want to know the story.
I,
If you want to listen to the campaign. I guess you're watching the show, though, so go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
it
that's
happens
totally-
at
I
this
just
point.
want
in
to
the
say,
campaign.
at some point,
Okay.
some people like... you
Okay.
know, but if they're watching this, I mean, you know. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to be safe.
A lot of the players, this was like their first experience with D&D. So some of them didn't really know some of the etiquette for playing D&D with other people.
Yeah.
They had a guest come on. And during this whole arc with like the Pyra and stuff, and the guest had a flying broom was one of their magic items. And he gets like knocked out and the broom like lands there and she's like whoop and just took the broom
Yeah.
and hit it. And then he's like, the guest was like, well, I guess I can't find my broom, and then like leaves. And like she got so much crap online for stealing a magic item from another player.
And she used that broom all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
I feel like one of the reasons that she did is because of how much crap she goes like, I have to use it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You have to.
Yeah,
Right.
But she used the broom a lot. Like she's
Well,
like Vex is attached to the broom in the campaign.
Yeah.
Like kind of like really.
I mean,
attached to it.
Yeah.
They also stole a flying carpet from
From an NPC, which
Yeah.
is fine.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, no. But they used it all the time, and then once that, and they,
then it got-
they desperately wanted it all the time. They're like, oh, it'd be so nice to have it. And then I think that's one of the reasons she stole the broom.
The
is
flying
'cause she
carpet
was
got
like,
destroyed.
Yeah.
Because Matt was tired of them using it.
Yeah.
And then he saw his moment. He took it.
Yeah.
It like fell in acid, and he's like, "Well, it doesn't work anymore."
Yeah.
But basically, they would try to cheat the system. They'd like overload the carpet with everyone on it, and like get past a lot of obstacles. So whenever she had the opportunity for a flying broom, she was like, "Yes, please."
I forgot that the Thordak was in the elemental fire plane,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how he's trapped there. And so I actually did have a moment where I was watching that, and I was like, they just are passing by here, and this happens to be opening up. And then they said Thordak's room. I was like, oh yeah, Thordak got out. That's why it's open. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
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 I was hoping to see the only thing I was going to see some different type of fire, like, monsters, other than just those little
Just the
dragon
little-
thingies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also makes sense, like, if it had just opened up and, like, those were the first
Well,
like,
it's been open for a little while.
yeah, it'd been open for at least a couple days, right?
Yeah. Because it had been at least a few days since Amon fell.
Mhm.
And then however many days before that Thorak came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And they may have been, like, managing it, but not.
it definitely sets up that like Thordak, the plan was in motion before Thordak left the fire.
Right, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Because you already had what's his face? Dang it.
B.
Brimscythe.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes. You already had Brimscythe there enacting the plan way beforehand.
Mm-hmm. Way beforehand.
Yeah. Also,
They were in communications because they had the rock with the
Which,
ice.
that kind of makes more
We-
sense for Brimside, by the way, that even though he's weaker, he was on the outside and he was able to infiltrate and weaken Amon a lot.
you know what we just had in the first season that I forgot about?
What?
The solstice. The point where the planes are weakened.
Oh, yeah.
And they were in Whitestone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I forgot
forgot
about
about that,
I
too.
wasn't thinking about that. Until
I
just
totally
I was
forgot
like,
about that.
It's like, wait, when was the solstice? So,
That's cool.
I guess season 1 and season 2 happened like really close together.
Well, yeah, it definitely seems like it.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
where they, yeah. Yeah, it was a solid episode. I enjoyed the Keyleth background. I hope we get to focus more on some other characters as this season goes on.
I
a
mean,
little bit more.
we've been alternating.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. Like
We're
I
gonna
really-
get some grog here soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Well,
some grog
yeah, they've
soon.
kind of set that up with
We're-
Goliaths. Yeah.
We're gonna get some. Yeah. So
I'm excited to see Pikes. I don't know how much they're going to go into it, but like,
I wonder, because they spent a lot of time on her in the first season.
I feel like we're not going to get her much like of her stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it though because I'm
Also, she's kind of an addition right now at this point because in the campaign she's hopping in and out.
I know.
And so, like,
Well-
they said that this was an opportunity for them to rewrite history and have Pike actually be part of these events.
Yeah.
So
I was actually because they had a time where they talked about her backstory because there was a time in the campaign before they were filming where she had to leave some even during that point and not always be able to play. Right?
No.
Are you sure? Yeah. Okay. We'll talk more about this because I don't want to spoil anything with some stuff, but I want to ask you some more questions about that because I'm not remembering some things. But yeah, we got a broom. It works. They're heading to the other Odysseus's, what's her name?
Odysseus'
The
name?
Sphinx.
Yeah.
Adrisa, something like that.
My notes are good enough.
Wow. They're headed to the other Sphinx. So
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Osysis, mate.
Yeah.
Osisa.
Because they're trying to find more vestiges.
Right.
Yes.
So what vestige will we see next?
I think I remember.
I mean, yeah.
I don't
Next
think we're on the
time
same page.
on.
I think you're thinking of a different one.
Oh,
But we'll talk about it.
yeah. You got anything else?
Nothing more.
Nothing of note.
Nothing of note.
Well,
Ha! Roll the credits.
Roll credit.
that's it. Done. So,
Hello there.
hello there. Thanks for sticking around for the second part of our discussion where we, this spoiler alert for anyone who has not seen the campaign and you're watching this first time Critical Role content, we're going to start talking about some things we've seen in the campaign, more in depth, and so spoiler alert. So if you're watching this, stop watching if you don't want to be spoiled.
Go to
Thanks for
Discord,
watching.
watch
Go to our
another video.
Discord, give us a comment, give us a like, maybe subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah. Maybe.
But thank you guys for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Now,
the moment you've been
to
waiting.
you critters out there, and maybe non-critters who've only listened to the first campaign, we're all here. Next vestige.
Yes.
I think is going to be Grog. I don't know if that's the next one or not, but in the campaign. But I think they're setting it up that it's going to be Grog.
Pretty sure it's not.
Is it not? I thought he did get the next one.
I'm pretty sure they go to the Feywild next.
Oh, and Vex gets
Yes.
Which I don't think they're gonna do. It doesn't seem like that's what they're gonna do, but maybe they will.
They just set up plane hopping.
That is true.
And they set up Singorn.
Don't they?
They said Singorn pieced out.
I forget. And they escape at one point, right?
They
By her.
teleport the whole city to. Or
Yeah.
sorry, what are you saying?
I was gonna say I think they don't. They have to they plane hop to get out of a bad situation that they can't.
Singorn?
Yeah.
So they have rune stones and they plane shift to the Feywild and back. They can.
So I guess they could. Yeah, they are kind of setting that up.
Yeah.
And then maybe they're just teasing the Grog Goliath thing.
I mean, it's gonna happen. I just don't know. I can't remember where he gets his.
I don't either, guys. I just remember him fighting his uncle.
There's so much stuff this still needs to happen for this arc.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're getting 2 seasons for the Chroma Conclave or we're getting 3, but
I almost think
the more stuff I think of,
they may need 2 seasons for this.
Well, they're already gonna have 2.
I meant for the Chroma Conclave though.
This season, next season are for the Chroma Conclave.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they said they were doing more than 1 season for the Chroma Conclave.
Okay.
So, yeah. Is Vax getting Whisper One stuff? Is that what's happening? Are we referencing that
so
now?
Yeah, so in that vision he had, that almost looked like underneath Whitestone to me.
Yeah.
And remember all the dead bodies underneath Whitestone?
Right, yeah.
It looked like that. So I kind of was thinking that. I think she's kind of trying to prep him for that, yeah. I mean, it makes sense, too, for them to do it that way in the show. Mm-hmm. Because the whole thing is take me instead. She's like, okay, I'm showing you, accept death. Here's where you're going to die.
Well, that, but also, I want you to be my champion. I want you to destroy these things for me.
Yeah.
Because I hate undeath.
Yeah.
The Soul Anchor was really cool. You can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Pull Thordak into the fire plane.
Yep. It's funny because in the first 3 episodes of this season, I remember seeing that stone. And I was like, I remember that being a thing, but I don't remember why. And then when I watched this, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember now, yeah.
it's the thing that imprisoned him, but also the
Yeah,
thing that
that-
empowered him to get out.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
be so
Powerful,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, exactly.
So, also Craven Edge, we're getting that set up.
And that's going quicker than I thought it was. It's going quicker, which again, I always think like, oh, they're not going to do that yet. But then I'm like, there's so
I can't remember
much.
like the exact
There's
order of things,
so
and there's a lot.
much, though.
Yeah.
You have to do a lot at once, and they're doing a really good job, I think, of pacing this.
Also, I'm super excited that we're getting like I wasn't thinking about it, but like there was a lot of stuff with Ripley that they found out later. Like she's like right behind us. She's like
They don't know about till later, but it's all happening at the same time.
But we're us actually getting to see Ripley is like, or just ahead of us. So it was either just ahead of us or just behind us. Like they keep getting these clues of Ripley, and it's like I like getting to see her before they even know it.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because the Feywild arc is a whole crazy thing that like. There's a lot that happens in the Feywild, but there's a lot of it that really doesn't affect the story, if you know what I mean. Like her meeting her parents and then doing the whole going into the I can't remember if it's like a temple or what. How she gets the bow. They go to like a tree. I think
it's a tree.
Yeah, but there's a lot that happens. There's a lot of episodes that happen in the Feywild, or at least two like full episodes. That's just nonsense.
I was in the second row at their live show whenever they were in the Feywild.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so cool. I want to go to their live show so bad.
Actually, that live show wasn't in the second row. I was further back. I went to 2 of their live shows.
Yeah. But you have the lady in the water, the fairy in the water with Grog.
Oh. Yeah, because we don't have that from
previous. Yeah. So I don't know if she'll show up. You have the theater.
Yeah.
That happens where they get mesmerized by the theater, which.
Well, they didn't go to the theater. That was something else. That was the campsite.
Yeah, the campsite. Yeah.
There's that.
But they say avoid the theater. Don't go to the theater.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. I feel like they're going to condense that down quite a bit, but you still need to get the
I just hope
Vex
we get
and Vax
little
with the
tidbits
parents.
in those moments,
Yeah.
I know that we might not get them, and I understand that. I do hope we get something, though.
Yeah, and I mean, like...
It's hard, because you have so little time.
Yeah, there's like a hag cabin, and like, there's lots of stuff.
By the way, I meant to say this at the beginning, seeing Keela's mom in the beginning was heart-wrenching for me.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay, I was going to do a spoiler.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
We're going to do that last. We're doing a second
we'll do it last?
thing.
Okay.
Yes. I've already been waiting. I've been waiting to do that.
Okay.
But yeah, so Craven Edge and the Goliath stuff, I think is going to be towards, like, we're getting that towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
And,
that'd be a good spot to end it.
Right. Which we've talked about this, and, like, I think that it's going to end with the Umbrasyl fight, which is also the Goliath stuff is in there. But yeah, I think that's all I have for Campaign 1 spoilers.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to a second set of spoilers for Campaign 2. So if you've only watched or listened to Campaign 1...
And you haven't listened to Campaign 2, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Stop watching at this point.
Yeah, stop. We're doing another set of...
For all of you that stuck around to watch this and you haven't seen the Campaign 2, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Stop watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and, we got a Discord. So,
okay.
Part 3! So, yeah.
We should switch spots.
Just for fun?
Just for fun.
All right.
Oh, it's weird being on this side.
It's very weird being on this side.
This is really weird. I used to be on this side. This used to be our normal setup.
I know.
Yeah.
It's weird. It hasn't been like that in a while. So, I am currently listening to Campaign 2.
Yes.
I'm on episode 110 now. So 107 was the beginning of TravelCon.
Right.
108 and 109 were like the prep of TravelCon. So Artagan, who is the Traveler, this fey creature. First of all, I want to say before the big one is, I'm remembering from the Feywild from Campaign 1, they say don't go to the theater. They keep saying that, and I love. And I didn't remember this until just now, but in Campaign 2, they talk about the theater, and Artagan goes, "No, I hate the theater."
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so great. I love it. It's callback.
Because he's the one who's telling Vox Machina not to go to the theater.
Right, exactly.
Whenever he was the satyr.
Right.
So we're actually going to get Artagan really soon.
Yeah.
Which is great. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the big thing, Vilya, getting to see her here, and then, like, it's super fresh for you. Like
it's so fresh. Like I just watched the episode where like Mauricia was like crying.
Yeah.
Because she's thinking back to her first character and this connection.
So.
And it's like it's really fresh for me. I'm so glad I got I'm so lucky that I got to the point like I literally just listened to that. Mm-hmm. With like figuring out that Vilya had to go to a different plane and was just stuck on this island. I remember who she was for 25 years.
That's crazy.
And now I'm watching this. It makes this so much better.
Yeah, it's insane. I am so excited that we're getting a Mighty Nine show so that we can like get to that point faster too. Mm-hmm. So it's like really all coming together in this animated what do we call it? CREU.
Yeah, CREU, yeah.
CRCU or whatever.
Yeah.
But.
And it's also crazy because, like, I just didn't even think about how the fact that I'm listening to Campaign 2 right now and it was actually going to affect my watching of Campaign 1.
Yeah.
Like, it was not in my mind at all.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, great, we got Vilya. So now whenever. It's going to be a different experience for people who have already seen Vilya to then make that connection. Yeah, obviously the character's going to look different, but they might be like, she looks familiar, you know?
Yeah, and also think about people who have watched Campaign 2, because I know a lot of people who start with Campaign 2.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of people that have finished Campaign 2 and are like, Vilya. Wait, like that might be even that's a cool moment for them that they're not going to have and then go back. Like,
which, I mean, if they've listened to Campaign 2, they know that Vilya is Keyleth's mom.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But not not knowing Keyleth so much and knowing that like she was like it's just gonna be cool. They're gonna because what I'm saying is then they're gonna listen to Campaign 1 and they're gonna be like, I don't know what happened to my mom, and they're gonna be like, I do.
Yeah. Well, and also like so here's a weird side tangent because like Campaign 3 is coming out right now,
mm-hmm. Which I really
and they're starting to work on a show for Campaign 2.
Right.
Are we gonna hit a point where they're like making the show
Game
like,
of Thrones
pretty close to when, like, because like that's what I feel like that's when they start doing those side projects they talked about, like other things, like you do the Calamity, you do like oh my gosh, the Calamity is like a 6-part series.
Dude, getting to see that in a show,
I think you do it for more episodes than are
way
in
more.
The in the that they play.
Because you can almost go deeper at that point.
Yeah, you do the reverse of it.
Yeah.
So
because if you think about it, 6 episodes in D&D, even if you're trying to get to a point, that's not as much time as you think to progress the story because there's so much of like just downtime or
they make it a movie.
Silly stuff.
But
yeah, that'd be good too.
Man, anyways, I'm excited about the future of Critical Role.
Yeah, it's just it's so good.
I don't like being on this side, but
I don't either.
Anyways,
I don't like being on this side. Third time ending the video.
Yeah. If you made it this far, we love you.
Yeah, you guys are the best. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Bye.